Welcome in all of the Dr. Nick's fans out there. My name is Dan. This is Nick himself, the doctor that so much was said about last night. And this is a show that is called The Doctor's Orders. We are on episode 176. And with this show, you guys, today we're going to reflect on the Commands Corner live stream last night. We're going to talk about what's going on in Nick's life. We'll answer any and all questions that you guys have. And then we can also talk about, if we have time, 2026 and what's to come. There were some questions last night about things about Dr. Nick's and products and stuff that we could possibly see in the future. And then also, we do have the big reveal. I got to make sure I say this properly here, okay, so we don't get clipped. Nick and I did verify the measurements of the other man on screen before he's got the tape. We did some measuring before, some man math before the stream, and I was there. I verified his length. I don't think a word of that was inaccurate.
Nope, you left out the word beard, which I think was a critical component to the whole, syntax, if you will.
True.
That's okay though.
That's a key omission. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's all right though. I mean, either way, we were stretching tapes and checking screenshots, and the screenshots were had. I mean, it was for pretty serious business here. It's regulation stuff after all.
And there was some debate, right? Do you have okay, yeah, we got it.
You have to take into the account the yaw of the beard.
Right.
If
it curves a little bit, do you straighten it? And then what about okay.
Well, and then you have the rake, of course, which is how far out, that you have to account for that sort of an angle, right? Yep. That's really important,
True. And then
or else you end up with keyboards that are, 48 inches wide.
It's true. And Phil said, every inch matters. That is correct, Joe. Sorry I missed last night's show. I was sleeping before it started. I even mentioned you on the show. I was calling for Phil backstage. Phil, I'm not even making this up. I was like, bring out Phil.
Yeah.
Phil? Phil?
It's like D Madness started playing your theme song and everything, Phil. Like you like the horn section started going, and then it was all just kind of dwindled out and like it died. It was actually, it was really sad. You know?
It was. I think he thinks I'm joking. I literally called on you and you left me hanging. You were sleeping while I was fending for myself and up till however morning hours. And you're over there just snoozing away, dreaming of kittens and flowers. So thanks, Phil.
Snoozing. I'll admit, I was up at 3:45 yesterday morning. I did take a quick disco nap before before your stream last night, and I hung in there. And I wasn't mixing up my words before you were, which was a great sign. Then shortly after making fun of you for not making sense, everything stopped making sense pretty quickly. I was short for that world. I think my last bit of energy yesterday actually was spent defending myself and making fun of you.
See, I don't even think I mixed it up because of any of that. I believe it was a comment about Jill, and then just the thought of her beauty just like overwhelmed the brain, and it
happens to me all the time. It happens to me all the time, every damn day.
Dude, I can't. I have a lot of envy for you, and I understand. I go through the same, and so I was like, okay, Jill comment, and it was like short circuit, too much beauty in my mind, and that's what it is. It wasn't anything about sleep. It just I called it fresh and bright and whatever. Yeah, fresh and bright, but it was fresh and fright.
Now, what it is here, as no one knows, is Dan was, brokering giveaway shipping issues or something here, and he's trying to now build forward points with Jill, so he can bug her later about the list of things getting sent out or something here. So there's always an angle.
Stop giving my secrets away, Dick. Don't do that.
She's thoroughly distracted. She's she's just, you know, she's busy today.
And if you guys could, on your way in, did you remember the thumbs up? If you want to share it with some friends, we're going to have an absolutely amazing time. And it's good for replay value in the future. So even if people can't watch it live, they can come check it out. And special shout out to Kyle, Michigan Boy, Channing, De Jesus, Kay, Jill, Dan B, Chris, Abe, Dennis, Kenny, Papa Mac, Abe, Leo. Who else we got in here? Black Canopy, KG, Christina, Julie, Nick's mom. What's up, Julie? Phil, I guess. Dynamite, Nate, Nate from Johnny Ray. Who else we got in here that I missed out there? If you are out there, guys, drop a comment, say hello. And yeah, I do remember a comment about blondes on my phone. Yeah, yep, I do remember that.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah,
that did happen.
Yeah, there was a thing here. It's full circle. It's just.
If you guys missed, I have no idea how you're going to be able to get this context. You'll have to check out the show, and it'll all make sense.
You'll have to go rewatch that, and then come back and rewatch this after, of course, staying live and just watching this from a different perspective first. That way, you get to really experience it from two different lights.
That's so true. So true.
You know.
And again, guys, the doctor's orders. We appreciate you guys being here. This show has grown a lot this year specifically. We've had the best numbers we've ever had by a ton, and numbers aren't anything. We're going to be here regardless. If it was 3 of us hanging out, we're consistent. It's what we do. We love it, but we appreciate you guys being here. Bucky's in the house. And essentially, we're going to start off just kind of by also the merch sale is still going on. So if you guys are looking to grab some of that merch, they are essentially trying to make way for some new stuff to come in, but you got to clear out the old. You got to be responsible, of course. But last night, Dr. Nick's on my channel, and my favorite part of those streams are always allowing people that spend their hard-earned money, right? Don't hear it from me, right? You can believe me, disbelieve me, whatever you want. It's hard to ignore literally hundreds of people commenting when they've been for years now spending their money with a company like this and then sharing their experiences and their favorites. And I agree, Dynamite. There was something in the air. He said last night's show was electric, and especially the potent feedback that people had. And Nick and I were talking, go figure, and there were some like lanes of feedback that really stood out to you, and I noticed them as well. What did you pick up on last night that was it just felt different? It felt like something that I know we didn't use these words when we were talking, but I know that you are proud of. Just your reflection at all on the feedback from this beautiful community.
I mean, again, come all the way humbled as usual, and just overwhelmed with appreciation for everything that you guys do and say, and just, you know, knowing the impact that we have is awesome. Hearing it from you guys is amazing. But just like sitting back and thinking about, I mean, you guys, again, you take time out of your night on a Monday to come and sit there and say nice things about us and hang out and talk to other people about us. So, I mean, it was incredible for a lot of reasons. But what stood out different than so there's always something that stands out about Command's Corner on your channel, right? There's always there's usually like a theme. There's like a theme of feedback based on something that we've been doing recently or something that we've done. And I'll tell you, it's usually I'm not going to, so it's always something that we've done intentionally. The feedback that follows the theme is typically about something that we've done intentionally, right? Like we've done something about a new product, a shower products, about growth stimulators, about something. And the feedback is either about the previous Command's Corner until then, about whatever that it was.
The new thing.
New thing. And this one was different because the theme didn't follow anything that we did on purpose. Like you couldn't have cultivated this on purpose, even if you tried. And it wasn't anything to do with ads. It wasn't anything to do with a certain product. It was the expanded audience usages of or applications of our products. It was people's moms using our butter, people's kids using butter, shampoo, hair shampoo and conditioner for people's extended family and for their kids and for their parents. That's what really got me. And there's only one way that happens. I think if you sit there, because in the moment it's like, wow, there seems to be a whole lot of people talking about other extended family or friends that are using our products for either different purposes than what they were originally intended, or just outside of our typical audience enjoying our products and giving feedback about it. And so the only way that happens is you guys say such awesome stuff and have such great results with our products that people pick up on it, and you either gift them our products or they go out and buy them themselves. And then full circle, they come back and tell you about it. They come back and tell you that, hey, that stuff you told me about, you were right. I use it for this X, Y, and Z. And then again, the figure eight on the big full circle there is you guys come to Command's Corner and tell everybody else about it and tell us about it. So, I mean, you're talking about two different kind of social circles colliding there of people you guys know and people who regularly use and talk about our products to their friends and family. And that's the only way that happens. You can't pay for it. You can't plan it. You can't advertise for it. You can't make an ad for it, right? You can't solve this problem with money. This is truly like it's like the highest honor of organic marketing ever possible, is hearing secondhand feedback from people you guys have recommended it to, and hearing about like how that makes you guys feel, making good recommendations and recommending things that people actually like and incorporate into their lives. So I think if I had to sum it up, man, I mean, that was really, it was a ton of that. And it was really, to be honest, it was unexpected.
Yeah, it was. And like you said, we know that there's going to be positive feedback. We're not dumb. We understand this community. We understand the quality of your products and your customer service and your approach to the community. That's never a shock. I would be shocked if people were like, crickets, we have nothing to say. That would be shocking. But it always is something new. And it really is like a different lane. And some of the I love the ads. That was some cool feedback last night too.
Thanks, Arden. That's awesome.
And some of the things that stood out to me, the word eczema in clearing up was thrown around by a handful of people. I'm talking like multiple people. We had multiple people talk about biopsy healing the scars. Mm-hmm. We had people talk about their kids using it. We had people talking about their mothers using it. We had multiple people mention sunburn and using it for sunburn. We had at least one person talk about the dryness that they normally go through in the winter, but they're not going through it right now. We just all these angles that you had people talking about their hair thinning, that is seeing growth and seeing new growth, where you don't often hear biopsy on Command's Corner. No. You don't often hear pregnancy belly on Command's Corner. You don't always hear eczema. Now, there are some companies that have had great success with eczema. That's the one where I have heard some others, but still incredible to hear, because with eczema, you can really, for most people, calm down the flares by having quality products and routines and healthy habits, mainly lower your stress, of course, which good quality products help you do that. But those are the ones that kind of really stood out to me. I don't want to say medical terms, but gosh dang near to the point where someone had to ask, I'm here about eczema, biopsies, incisions, all these. Are you an actual doctor? And that was a real question in the stream.
It was. We had to clarify that I'm a doctor of time and space and not a medical doctor based on, it wasn't anything we were saying either. It was literally just based on the chat that was going back and forth, because it literally was.
And I can't make this up. And this is in all playful and fun and positive intentions. 2 people that I called on for their feedback in stream, literally 2, are in the stream right now. And it was Phil, and then I used full government name. I went full last name, and I said Jason Story. And neither of them were in there. And I called on them for backup, but he was only a little while during the ice for my son's hockey practice. Jason, this is not made up. I called on you by full name for some feedback, because I know some of the things that you've said about Dr. Nix. And neither Phil and Jason left me at the altar by myself, just there staring at the crowd, nobody behind my back. He said, my bad. Hey, I'll accept as long as you were with family. Phil was sleeping. I don't know what that guy has to say. He was sleeping. I help out Phil every day and answer questions. I'm proud to, love to, but then homie's just sleeping on me. Gosh.
Here we go. You guys are going to hear about this in another, what is it, episode 176? I give it till at least episode 180 until you stop hearing about this one.
Left me hanging.
Yep. You got at least 4 episodes, I think. You know, it's gonna be Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Phil said, hey, all right. Well, I can I give a little disclosure here, Nick? Permission to disclose?
Yeah. I think it's warranted.
Okay. So no, Phil, I'm being silly, man. I'm charged up. All right, I'm charged up, you guys. Number one, I didn't get to go to the gym today because Violet's sick. I love her, but she's sick, so I couldn't go to the gym. I got to stay with my princess. And
this is like your gym right now?
What's that?
This is like your gym right
Pretty
now?
much.
This is how you're going to get that aggression out?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay.
Her mother-in-law, Gigi, wouldn't come over because Violet was sick to watch her, which is fine, understood. But so I didn't get to get out my morning aggression like I normally do Monday through Friday. And then I get notification today. Nate knows this one, but there was a master barber. I'm going to have a video, guys. Don't worry. There was a master barber out of California who reacted to one of my reels, and he was criticizing me. And my reel was just simply saying, apply beard products to a damp beard. Then I explained why. And he says, no, I applied to a dry beard. He goes, I don't know if I'm being a hater, but I've not even tried the other method. I've never even talked to anybody that does the other method. So I don't know. And then he says he uses a blow dryer on his beard with no products. So dry beard, no products, uses heat straight to it, then puts the heat on afterwards. And then you saw it too? Dang, Kyle. And then afterwards, at the end of the video, and at first I actually commented like halfway through the video, and I was like, because he was like, maybe I'll try the other method. And I paused it and I'm like, hey man, looking for an update. Did you try my method? How did it work for you? I love a good discussion. Literally said that. And then I start watching the end of the video, and then he goes on to say how terrible my beard looks and that if I want to look better, I should do this to my mustache, and my beard is thin and wispy. I said to Nate, dude, there's a lot of beards that are screwed. I definitely do not have the best beard in the country or world, and I mean that. But if my beard is thin and wispy, what are we doing? Like, we're doomed. Yeah, we're doomed.
We're in big trouble.
I looked into this guy who's criticized me. He makes beard products. He's a master barber out of California.
Makes?
Yeah. Okay.
No, not makes.
You're right. He sells beard products. That is a actual, I hate corrections unless you're spot on like Nick is there. That was a valid thank you, stop you in your tracks. He sells beard products with his own brand, with his own name. I look into him. He's out of California, but they're made in Australia. I look into him. His beard oil is all silicones. And then I start commenting these things on his video, asking him about his silicone-based products, asking him about his applying heat to a beard with no products, and he starts deleting my comments.
Ooh.
And then Nate left comment. He started deleting his comments.
Ooh.
And he just started deleting comments. And then I followed up by just simply saying, dude, if you believe in your products, stand by them. If you believe in this discussion of saying that I'm wrong and giving me unsolicited advice on how to make my beard look better, stand by. Let's just have a discussion, homie. And so I told Nate, I said, I think he wants to be famous today, and I'm going to help him. So keep an eye out for that after the stream, guys. So am I charged up? A little bit. I love this stuff, man. I'm a competitor. And when someone comes for the throne, you better come ready. And I don't think homie's ready. So it's going to be fun.
I just picture all I can hear is Brad Pitt and Inglourious Bastards right now saying, oblige him.
Yeah. Oh, and I will. I will 100%. So that shall be fun. And so, yeah. And so Bucky, I really don't think he even knew they were made in Australia. Like, I think I may have opened his eyes up to some things, which is going to be really, really funny. So I'm waiting for him to delete the videos, but I already screenshotted them and got them. So it should be fun. You'll see, Kenny. I'll post on Instagram. I'll probably do a YouTube short and everything. So it'll be good. So just wait. Yep.
Yeah. G squared.
Dry beard, heat, silicone, literally crawling. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
He's going to go after you next, G squared, in that profile pic. He's going to be like, look at this guy with this, never mind. Awesome beard.
Right. So, yep.
He's going to have to start handing out apologies pretty soon here.
Yeah, silicone. It's an interesting mix of products here. I'll just pull up the ingredients. I'm not going to show the brand right now, but I'll just simply, I don't think I can. So he doesn't even put the ingredients on the, okay, I can show this without showing the brand. He doesn't even put the ingredients on the listing. You have to go to the label and then super zoom in.
I hate when people do that.
Yep. And I just did a video on how to tell if something is quality or not. And one of the key indicators was, do you have to search for the ingredients? And so here are these ingredients. I think we should be able to see. And so number one, made in Australia. Didn't hide that very well. Okay.
So it's really bad when you can't pronounce the first.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Cyclophenolixylane.
The fourth one is something Elon Musk would name one of his kids.
Dimethyl phenyltrimethicone.
Yeah,
C1215 alkylyl benzenate. Oh yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, that's Elon's cousin.
Wonderful.
That's his cousin. C1215 alkaline.
Yeah. And so this is the one that is telling you guys that I'm wrong and you should do it his way and use his products.
See, the problem is he's been drinking this beard oil and it's made him crazy is the problem.
Yeah.
This stuff is soaking in through his pores and it's making him loopy. Australian for beer.
Australian for beard. Throw a D on the end. So so this is funny. It's a California-based beard product company, and dude, if you want to see how JB got there, it's that C1215.
Yeah, well, that C1215 is really underrated. I mean, it's like the hidden gem of the beard world right now. No one really knows about it.
Yeah. Yep. It's Australian. You have to read it backwards and upside down. Then it will make sense. It's like a code.
Oh, obviously. I was reading it left to right.
Yeah.
You gotta spin it around the other way.
Yeah, just so dang silly. So, yep, that's what he's got in the products, and then is telling me that I'm wrong, and my beard looks bad. And again,
what in the world is the model looking at Weatherbeard? That's amazing.
Absolutely insane. Corey, I'll tell you later.
We're looking at the competition.
Yep. So that's why I took out all my anger on Jason and Phil, because they left me stranded last night when I needed them the most.
Oh boy, see, here we go again. It's like a sponsor. If you were getting paid for each time you made fun of Phil or Jason today, you'd be killing it.
Yeah, and it's mainly Phil, not Jay. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I'm done, you guys. I'll move on from there.
It's like Kill Tony talking about Shopify.
Right. I haven't watched last night's yet. I went to go log on to Netflix, and I didn't save my login, and I didn't feel like trying to tinker with it because it didn't. I clicked it to see if it was auto saved. It wasn't, and I'm like, I'm not doing that right now.
Nope. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't give me the QR code and it wants me to sign in on my phone, it might as well just not exist.
Yep. No, that's gonna be a whole different thing. So I'm gonna look into it at some point. But yep, bad to the bone.
That's what it was. He meant bad, like bad, man. That looks bad.
And I told Nick and Nate, like, I like the phrase where it's like, I got time for this. Me and Nate were talking about too. He's like, well, I got time today. I don't, but I'm gonna make it. That's for dang sure. Yeah. And kitty litter can wait. These other things can hold off. So, homie, buckle up, because they say he's gonna be famous. He doesn't realize it.
Sorry, Violet, I'm making somebody famous in California.
Yep. And there's a lot of other things I want to say, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep it at least up here. I'll be petty level, but I'm not gonna go beyond that.
Well, that's all you need to do. Everyone, we all have vivid imagination, so it's going to be a whole lot more fun to imagine fill in the blanks.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that's what put it over the edge for me. Final comment is the dirty deletes. Is he was deleting everything, and it's like, hey man, if you want to have a discussion, I'm down. I've always said I'm not gospel. I've been wrong, and I will be wrong again in the future. Let's discuss it, though. You don't delete comments. Come on.
And if you truly believe that no publicity is bad publicity, then why would you delete comments? You can't be halfway in between here, right? You can't
Right.
go vilifying yourself to a whole community of people and then go diffuse the situation by not showing any of the scuffle. I mean, come on now. You either gotta pick a lane there. You gotta either be confrontational or not.
Exactly. And I choose confrontational.
Don't be in the middle. That's no fun.
Yeah.
Be a pacifist or be abrasive. One or the other.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to own it. As I say, say it with your chest, own it. And so
get in where you fit in. Like,
right.
Come on.
We're going to have some fun. Yeah. We're going to have some fun. But there wasn't anybody criticizing Dr. Nix last night. I opened the door for it. I literally left it open and invited them in. Nobody had anything to say other than just truly raving about your customer service, truly raving about the quality of the products, raving about Nick and Jill. And it was just a good night to kind of get those things out because and we can all be honest here, right? There's a handful of there's a lot of companies I support and recommend, lots of them, because at the end of the day, listen up, silicone guy, it's not hard to make beard products.
No.
It just isn't. A lot comes down to personal preference. A lot comes down to this or that. Now, running a company, unbelievably difficult. Scaling a company, even harder. But making beard products is not difficult. So I got a bunch of companies I recommend their products. I have a much smaller list of affiliates. And then I have a handful that I don't need to say the list right now, but everybody in here can probably name 4 companies, 5 companies that I'm obsessed with, that I use more than all the other ones because I just love them. And it's not even a shock to owners. Nick could name off the companies right now. Nate could name the companies right now. Corey could name them. It's just not a shock. Chris could name them. It's pretty simple, the companies I rock with heavy, because I just love their products. And then when I get to have a stream like that, it's amazing to have that amount of people be like, yep, rather than people just automatically being like, oh, it's an affiliate, he loves them. And it's like people really understand and really know, like, yeah, these are the real deal. Maybe I thought there was some hype behind it and I was a little apprehensive, but then I tried them. And I really understand what Dan is saying. And then people go even further than me. And yeah, let the community do the talking.
Well, I mean, we've said that 100 times and we'll keep saying it, is that the very, very best way to do marketing for us is to not come up with any of the statements, right? We let you guys say all of it. The reviews section of our website's the most important piece of marketing we have anywhere, across ads, across anything. It's the things that come back from you guys. It's huge.
Yeah.
Every review is the most important review.
And can you touch on this? Because I do think one of the beauties of this show, having an hour every week of long form transparency, you guys get to really know what's behind the scenes. And I'll hit, this is a slight tangent, but thank you, Bucky. He said, you've shown us what to look for in good beard company, quality ingredients, good customer service, no gimmicks. And I stand by that, right? When these companies that are crap come at us, we're like, dude, like we know all this. And so I have the burden of only rocking with quality because I've taught consumers what quality is. If I were to go against that, people are going to call me out, right? People are going to be like, Dan, dude, you did this. And so an informed consumer is a powerful consumer. And so I love that so much. But take us through, because Kyle says here, literally placed my order this morning and it's already ready to ship. Customer service can't get better than that. So you guys were on stream until 11:45 last night, right? Typing, Jill, I could literally see on the document, emailing people at 11 p.m. last night. Then by this morning, I had messaged them by 7 a.m. Jill was already working on orders on the computer. And then by before lunchtime, the orders were packaged and ready to go. And again, she was doing work stuff after 11 o'clock, and then by 7 a.m. was preparing stuff. What does that look like on a husband and wife owned team where you don't have a massive team behind you. And
Mm-mm.
I don't know if we fully address, and this is in no way, shape, or form a bad thing, just life and seasons and stuff. Many people kind of got to know Shelly in the chat, and then Shelly in some of the content on socials. Shelly is not with the team anymore. She is at another working establishment. All good relationship there, nothing bad. So it's Nick and Jill, and a new addition to the team, but little family. And what's it look like, Nick? How's it look from going from a stream to getting in today, so people can have an idea? Because a lot of times they order and a shipping email shows up, and that's it. That's it. It's magic, boom, my order's on the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, and so and trust me, we are consumers just like you guys are of the stuff that we count on and the stuff that we order. So I mean, we even catch ourselves having just sometimes unrealistic expectations of much larger companies that when it comes to shipping, because we see what we do on our own, right? And so what it really looks like is you just during the week, this is all we do, right? We're parents, right? And we have lives kind of outside of this things that we like to do, but really during the week, especially in the beginning of our weeks, there really isn't much else, right? So like if you look at last night, right, we end at 11. We're in bed, call it asleep by midnight or so, because I was up super early and so was Jill. I physically can't sleep for more than 6 hours, and if I have a lot going on, it's like 5. So I was still up at 5, and I was hacking away, checking in on things on the site, making sure everything was good from last night, that orders were there, no issues with shipping sitting there, no exceptions, no problems. And then while I'm drinking coffee, Jill gets up and has her tea, and she's sitting there with tea on the laptop, banging through any of those open task items. More of the same, and making sure the giveaways are good, and going through and doing all the add-ons. And she's going through however many orders she's going through to do it. So if you look at then this morning, she has a couple errands to run, right? We get into the office, and whatever is in the system as ordered, when she goes to print orders every day on a shipping day, which is typically she'll get in here, it depends if it's a gym day or not, but it's like between 7 and 9, right? And the reason I say that is whatever's in the system up to that point, she doesn't go and say, give me the orders up to midnight last night, and then she leaves 6 orders in the queue that came in from midnight to 7 a.m., right? She grabs whatever's sitting there, all of them, even if they came in at 8:15 and she's printing at 8:30, that 8:15 order gets picked up and printed and packed and shipped. So there's a chance if you order on a Friday, your order is going to sit there for 48 hours and it's going to say ready for shipment, right? And then you're going to be like, oh, that's pretty good. First thing Monday after the weekend. But the person that ordered at 7:45 on Monday morning gets a notification 45 minutes later saying orders ready for shipment. And they're like, whoa, this is like Amazon speed shipping, right? And so what we do is, we do grab every order every time we print. Nothing gets left in the queue whenever we go to do shipping. So it really does keep things clear. And Jill is, her brain works very differently than mine does. Thank God. And, one of the things that I'm really, really good at because I have to be is, and it's not necessarily a great skill to have, is the ability to say, everything on the list today is not done. Here's now the list for tomorrow, and here's as far as I'm getting today, because the list never ends. So I shove as much into a day as I can. I cut it off where it cuts off. I take all that, put it on the next day, and away we go. Jill, she does not like leaving things for the next day. So you'll never catch her printing half the orders, packing half of them, and then packing the other half the next day, or printing a whole bunch of orders and then saying, okay, I've been working my butt off for 6 hours. I'm going to stop and then come back and do it tomorrow, right? Well, whatever's there is there, and she has to stay all day and into the evening past dinner to get them all packed. She does. And so really, it looks like such a well-oiled machine, because quite honestly, it is, right? I mean, we're pretty seamless as far as being able to pass stuff back and forth, being able to hand things to each other, hand things off, being able to tell each other that something wasn't done right? And being able to just move past it quickly, be like, oops, my bad, and then keep going.
Huge.
and not have any of the other stuff that can happen when a husband and wife team brings those sorts of things up. Don't let those things slow you down, and I'd say 9 out of 10 days, we're really good at that. We're super good at it. And it's taken a lot of practice, but she absolutely kills it when it comes to an open task list. Jill will bang through it until it's done. And it doesn't matter if it takes all day and all night. So, why does it look like that? It's because Jill is an absolute badass and makes it look easy and makes it look understandable. And this is all why, by the way, just to give Jill a little credit here, this is all while keeping track of how many bottles do we need next week for a production run we're doing? Do we have enough labels for lavender, orange, sandalwood? Because we did an extra run of that. Put that on a list. Do we have enough this for shower products? Do we have enough essential oils for this? Do we have enough base carrier oils for our blend? Do we have enough mango for another butter run coming up in 2 weeks? So all of that is floating in Jill's head every day, all day, because we make everything, right? We make it all right here. So it all comes out of Jill's head and into that stock room and then into a box and over to UPS at some point, right? And she keeps a lot floating around in there at once. And it's something.
Absolutely. And she's a trooper with it and makes all the difference. And then all while kind of inspiring the ladies of the community as well. It's something, not only is she doing all that, she's formulating the new scents. She's watching them as they steep and following them and researching new ingredients. And it really is, a well-oiled machine. spot on.
Yeah.
So it is cool. And you heard about it last night from all angles of the company. And so I just thought it was a really cool night. It was a beautiful way to give back some of your great stuff to the community. They give back to you with sales and feedback and future marketing. Again, Nick makes the marketing based on you guys and what you say. I was talking to Nick this morning. I was like, some of the comments they made, I said, we couldn't make up. If we sat down, we were like, let's come up with the most outlandishly awesome feedback and just curate it, create it for an ad. We couldn't come up with the stuff you guys have. So it's just so crazy, man. Crazy.
It is. I mean, and as we're growing, right, we're doing things to kind of add on some efficiencies there. Like, of course, me being a software architect, I'm like, how do I help Jill with software? So
right.
Of course, yes, there's a platform management software coming. There's a chance that Dr. Nick's will be fully software orchestrated here, in the next couple of months, and being able to take some things out of Jill's head and actually put them into a system that can have a calendar and reminders and alerts and stock reminders, and being able to push things out to Shopify whenever they're, done being produced, and shove things out into inventory and not have to do so many things manual. So it's I'm trying my very best, as we're now even a smaller team. We're kind of doing the nucleus thing, right? Where we're getting stronger as we get smaller before we expand. And I think that's what absolutely is happening. But motive efficiencies will be gained.
Yes. And Channing says, I've noticed that I gravitate more towards the husband-wife teams for products, not because of that, but to balance those companies for great products that work really well for everyone. And it really is a team, you guys. I'll talk to Nick. I'll talk to Nick and Jill together. But let's say I'm in a messaging spree with Nick and I'm like, hey, man, if you could get me the list of giveaways for Commands Corner, that'd be great. He's like, okay, I'll be home in 2 hours with Jill. I'll contact you when we're together. And he makes those decisions with Jill together. It's never like we're going to sideswipe Jill. Let me just answer a quick one. When they formulate stuff, it's together. It really is that husband and wife team. And we all know how valuable that aspect of females when it comes to anything, but especially cosmetics, especially labeling, especially ads and anything. You need that touch or at least that perspective. So I don't think you're wrong there, Channing. I think there's a lot of balance in perspective.
There is. Yeah, I think you're dead on. And we talked about this before about, you can probably guess pretty accurately which of the products you use on a daily or weekly basis are made by a small team, and you probably be able to guess even beyond that which ones are made by a husband and wife team.
Right.
There's definitely something to it. It's beyond small batch at that point, because there's two very, very strong controlling opinions helping, to guide the ship there at all times.
Yep. lots of experience, diverse experience too. So oftentimes the wives of these teams have perspective they bring in from the female cosmetic world, which is ahead of the beard product world. And like us as men, we often don't follow any kind of like cosmetic world before this. And so they're bringing in years and years of perspective. So that was awesome. I loved that angle. Before we move on to some of your ailments, anything that else that you wanted to reflect on or touch on from the stream last night?
Oh, I'm sitting here just no.
I think we covered it all. I just wanted to make sure I left that open in case there was anything.
I think we covered it all. There was a couple of comments. There was one that stood out to me last night, and I knew it wasn't. And again, it's so funny, right? Because your audience, we have a lot of shared audience.
Yeah.
But not all of it is shared. Not everybody that's there in your community on Command's Corner even knew us before the stream last night. We were new to some people last night on your stream, right?
True.
And that's just a fact. And then there's some people who are kind of lightly familiar with us, right?
Exactly.
And there was people that were asking, hey, Nick runs multiple businesses, and like, what happens if this one's not the most successful one? And what's the future? All these things. And people kind of went back and forth about that a little bit. And so one of the things that popped up right away about it is you have to look at the history of our 10-year of Dr. Nick's, right? Dr. Nick's wasn't even self-sustaining for 6 of those 10 years, right? And here we are, right? And there it was during those periods of time as well. We were at one point, we only had 2 SKUs, and we had 2 SKUs for 4 years.
Wow. So
you got to figure, right? We were down to our core for a period of time, and that's all we did, but we still did it. And so whatever we were doing at the time, whatever we were committed to doing during good times, bad times, slow times, or indifferent, we continued to do what we were doing. And so I think anyone who knows us here probably knew the answer to that question. But if you found yourself last night going, I wonder, right? And you just keep in mind, it's not like we're coming into 2026 with all sorts of expectations and lots of needs, right? We're pretty light on expectations, and even more so on needs. And I think we're gonna. I think that's really. We're doing a couple of things, I think, that are going to make a huge difference this year, and I think make this one of the best years that we've ever had in a lot of ways. And I think 2025 rounding out was the best year that we've ever had, right? So I think as long as we're able to say that every January about the last year, saying it's either the best year we ever had or one of the best years we've ever had, that means things are going up and to the right, which is the direction that we need them to go to keep doing what you guys love us doing, right? So I think it's kind of funny because I think we feel like a larger company to some people when they're new to us, just based on some of the things that you guys have just said.
Right.
But I think it's I think people don't quite realize the level of passion project that exists underneath all of this efficiency and the things that have improved over the past couple of years. The core of who we are hasn't changed.
Yep. Absolutely. Love that. All right, before I said Nick's ailments, we also talked about man measurements and man math. We got to get to that first, and we're going to start with me. So I'm going to display a picture here. This I posted 4 days ago, and I took it that day. So, and again, guys, I am 6'3". There are many people in here who have met me and have had to look up to me, not like spiritually or morally or intellectually, just physically had to look up to me. So like you can confer I am a larger human. And oh lordy come. And this is my beard. I measured it. I have an exact measurement. Do we have guesses in the chat? Chris says Dan is tall. So is Chris. Chris is real tall. Do we have measurements in the chat for how many inches my beard is? Didn't forget it that time. That got us covered. Beard.
I can tell you one thing. Sure as heck is not. If that guy's definition of light and wispy is this, I don't know what, I just don't know what he could really be I mean, like, I don't know what he's comparing it to.
Well, he's
Is he comparing
comparing
it to a claymation cartoon character that's got like a solid beard made out of clay? Like, what are we talking about here?
and he's comparing silicones to beard oil. So that's where our standard is. All right. You guys were
Where
all
we at?
around it. All around it. And the first one who has the exact, we got some ranges and some closer ones. The first one that got it exact, and this, again, guys, it is on the nose. Now, Nick, we do have a debate between two different measurements, and we can take your guys' thoughts on it. But it is 17 inches exactly.
I was gonna go 18. That was my guess.
I thought it might have been a little bit longer because I think I've gone to 17 before. I think I'm like tied or just marginally longer than my longest ever, but it was smack dab 17 inches.
All right.
And so that's where I'm at there, 17. So for that, what is your guys' guess for Nick's beard currently? If I'm at 17 inches with that picture you saw and I'm 6'3", what is your guess for Nick?
I feel bad.
Beard?
My beard's in a bun. It's like impossible for anybody to know. I'm gonna have to pull it out so we can do a guess.
Nope. They know that you're the doctor in time and space. They can look through that.
They can.
Mm-hmm.
They've all seen some recent photos too.
Right. All right. So we got 24, 21, 28, 35 feet, 33, 32 and a half, 24 and a half, 20. So we're ranging from legit guesses of 33 to 21 currently to 20.
I'll take it. That's a foot. That's a foot range that could exist or could not exist.
Right. And these are people like JB's seen your full big beard, and so yeah, it's and let's see if we have a more recent picture of Nick in the beard.
Just rebun it.
So this, let's see here, because you rock it in a braid or in something at almost all times now.
Well, I'll give people a hint. After I broke 26 inches, yes, I had to start putting it in a bun or a braid all the time. It is too long to wear down on a regular day.
All right, here's our social media challenge for you, Nick. Over the next few days, we need a full exposed beard, just like I had in that picture. You can see the bottom. It is just the full life of the beard. We need all of that excellence.
Okay, on it.
All right. So, Nick, the measurements of your beard, what would you like to reveal to the people? Oh, that's dramatic. I like it.
Oh.
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh.
Keep going.
Oh.
Keep going.
There we go.
Yes. So, we had two different measurements, you guys. The bulk of his beard is at 30 inches.
It is.
But there was an overachiever or two that went all the way to 31 inches.
We could have scared them off pretty easy though. Those guys they were all alone.
They might have tucked back up if it got cold out.
Yeah. They were gonna curl.
A little shrinkage, yeah.
Yep.
And so it does happen, but yeah, 30 inches. The outliers again are to 31. Now with the beard of Nick's length and just crazy gravity, are we counting the outliers? Are we going with the bulk? I can see both ways. I'm fine with both.
Personally, I'm counting the bulk. Like
Okay.
I'm counting where I know I have more than like 20 hairs. I was sub 20 at that 31 mark. And I think if I did stand in the mirror later today and I did just a little bottom trim just to kind of neaten it up, I bet you I would be squarely in that 30 little cradle right there.
Yeah.
Like between 30 and a half. So
Yeah.
I'm going with 30.
I agree. But I wouldn't be mad at someone who made the argument to say, oh, I'm at 31. Man, math, And JB, what is yours at right now?
Yeah, I'm interested too because we were pretty sure that he was right there.
Yeah. If not, if he's not 20, see that shocks me. Like that, Nick, we got to get the picture, man.
Okay, I'm on it. I'll get the photo going. Even when I get it, like even when I pull it out after it's been in a bun and it's like crazy Cthulhu curls, it's still down past my waist. And so, what I'm curious on, who out there that owns a beard products company has a longer beard? Is there who's got the longest beard in the beard products business now? That's what I want to know. It's got to be like a list of like pretty short ones. It's got to be a short list of 5 or so.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. And you've got 6 inches on that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's, he has the same problem I do where he can't catch the bottom of it in a shot.
Right.
Like if he holds his arm down like this, you can't catch the bottom of the beard because it's too long.
Right. He needs a selfie stick.
That's it, right? You need a selfie stick to catch the bottom of the beard.
Yeah. And you've got 6 inches. Like in most guy math, that's a lot of inches.
Dude, I'm telling you. It's
for some more than enough.
I'll tell you what, it's in Ireland. I mean, that's that's life or death right there.
Straight up. So, okay, Nate has a long beard, but nowhere near as long as yours. But he would be up in the Mount Rushmore of beard product owners that I'm aware of with long beards.
Yep. There's got to be a pretty small group of us.
Yeah.
Everyone else
Corey,
is pretty much business beard.
A lot, bro, for real. Like that's, yeah. Longest ever was 18. Okay. I'm trying to think. I know not my affiliates. Nobody. Trying to think of anything outside. There's another fragrance company that says they're also a beard product brand, and their owner shaved off his beard last week.
Yeah. It's so funny too. I had the measuring tape. I measured today. I checked everything. I brought it with me, and for some reason, like an idiot, put my beard up in a bun instead of leaving it down today. It's like I have no idea. It was full on autopilot.
Yeah, don't do it. I think you've got to be, unless there's some obscure ones we're not thinking of, you've got to be the longest bearded product owner company beard.
That would actually be pretty cool to know. I got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Then I can't trim. If I have the longest beard in the beard business, then I can't trim my beard. Okay. And if someone's going to beat me, I think they should really come on here and defend themselves personally.
All right. So bra beard, 11 inches. Yeah, he ain't even on my territory. I met him, actually. He's from Scotland. I met him in Orlando or San Antonio at an expo. He had the kilt on and everything. Yeah.
There's something pretty badass about a kilt with a big beard.
Oh yeah. It's intrinsic. It just speaks to us.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to add a whole new element of where my beard lives in 2026 and how long it is. Because I think if I have a title here that I didn't know about, I think I need to keep it.
Because I'm trying to think of ones outside the box, like Live Bearded, Honest Amish. No. I don't. You might have it.
That's okay. Pretty interesting.
What about this? I went down this rabbit hole of thoughts the other day. It was not healthy, but I went down it. You could be in this with me.
Mm-hmm.
Going for obscure beard world records.
Okay.
I believe I legitimately have the most beard product reviews in the history of the world.
And see, that's a pretty quantifiable Guinness World Record.
I think it is. Like I think I have that. I bet you I could prove I've tried the most carrier oil blends in the history of the world.
You can do
no
things.
Company that's doing it as much, because if you work on reformulating, once you make a blend, you're good for years. I'm trying a new one every single week for the last 10 years. Like the amount of versions I've tried of helping reformulate, I think there's a bunch of random world records in there, like legitimately provable. And I bet you have a bunch too. Longest beard of a beard product owner.
Yeah, there's something there, and there's got to be something there, and there's got to be some world records too that are very, very achievable world records that could like literally land us in the Guinness Book of World Records here. Like there's got to be something that's fun.
How many records are like two beards tied together, jump roping, the most jump ropes in a minute? Like there's no way someone has beat us if you and I do it for the first time.
No. Had the most number of parkour pole vault over the beard while something.
Yeah.
There's something here. There is Guinness Book of World Records to be had.
Yeah. And Leo's right. He says most of the beard product reviewers I used to watch aren't around anymore. And I'm not saying that I did anything exemplary. I never said I was the best. I never said they're the highest quality. I just said the most. And I just won't go away. I will never. I'm a cockroach. You can't get rid of me. And so I think I would have that record. Like I really do.
Do they still make a book? They do still make a book. It's like one of the, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's big and crazy looking on the cover and they sell it at bookstores on a table at the end of the aisle.
Well, and they sell them at every book fair at kids' schools. So if you have a kid like Nick and I do, you're always going to have them. Like it's too interesting not to.
Yep. And Scuba still makes videos,
but I have over 2,000. He has like a couple hundred. So it's not even, we're talking different leagues there.
Right. Like if making a video is Groundhog Day and you walk outside, see your own shadow and either go back inside and don't make one or not, Dan 100% of the time just busts out of the door.
Yeah.
Always. He's just there. If there's a thought on a video, he's got a video for it.
Yeah, I'm going to post that barber video after this one, and I was alerted like 45 minutes before the stream. So, yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's going to happen. All right, Nick, just because it's interesting, what's ailing you right now, and then what was your experience with treating it?
Okay, so experience with treating it leads to physical therapy. And physical therapy, I've realized, is such a... they have a really challenging job, and I guess that's where I will focus my comments on physical therapists, and I'll leave it in a very constructive political view of they have an unfair job, and it's to do, surprise, surprise, with insurance companies. And so while going in for, I have tennis elbow. All right. So in my right arm, I got tennis elbow. The lateral epicondylitis has gotten the best of me, and so it wasn't getting better. It's making going to the gym really tough, which makes me not a happy person when I don't get to go to the gym. And that has a trickle down effect, which nobody enjoys. So, I finally said, okay, let's do this physical therapy thing. I have good insurance. Let's do what you're supposed to do. So I get a referral, go to physical therapy. It's a bunch of stuff that's not gonna, I can promise you, is not gonna help me. And I'm not that kind of doctor. And even I can promise you the mode of therapy I was receiving was not going to get me anywhere. So but I'm listening, right? And I'm doing the thing. I'm going through the motions. I go through a few sessions. I canceled all of them last night. I said that I called them up, said I was going a different direction, canceled 20 appointments that were on the books. So got rid of that problem. Where I find the issue is if you get a referral to go to physical therapy from insurance and you go somewhere that takes insurance for physical therapy, I do not think you're going to receive actual physical therapy. I think you're going to receive the Claire's at the mall cookie cutter version of physical therapy. Like you're going to be the Mrs. Fields in the food court of chocolate chip cookies of physical therapy if you get it through insurance. I think you have to pay for physical therapy out of pocket to get real physical therapy. And at 1 minute left, I'll tell you why. These people have doctorates, okay? And I got from them what insurance companies in 2026 are willing to pay going forward into this year per hour of physical therapy delivered by a physical therapist who, again, is a doctor. Insurance companies pay out, get ready for this, to the actual practice that has electricity bills, rent, all the things, insurance, and a doctor that they're employing. Insurance pays them $80 an hour, national average right now. And like, tell me you can run a successful practice filled with medical professionals in a place where you're able to pay rent and be profitable running that kind of business with that kind of money. So all of them have either decided to deliver a low, repeatable quality of service to be able to work inside the confines of that budget or go outside of insurance. So my rant for today, if you're going to get physical therapy, just don't do it unless you can pay for it out of pocket, because I don't think what you're going to get is what you think you're going to get if you go out and you get it.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen barbers make more. I told Nick, full disclosure, my consultations with new companies is more than 3 times that price per hour.
Yep.
It's just absolutely crazy.
It's absolute insanity. I have no clue. It's a sign of the world that we're living in. It's like the ways that things have happened, traditionally speaking, are not going to be the way they happen in 5 years from now. I promise. The system's too broken. It can't limp along the way that it is this long. There's 2026 is going to be an interesting year, because I think a lot of these things are kind of pushing to the edge of breaking right now, and they're like, I can't wait to see where they go.
Swings back, pendulum, baby.
Everything. That it does.
Everything. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. It is our hour. Thank you for coming out last night. Those of you that did. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
One more. Brought to you by Shopify.
I have 3 more weeks to get it out of my system, guys. Nick said I can have 3 more weeks grace. All right. That's his fault, not mine. All right. But with that, we'll be back here same time, same place next week, 1 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. We're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. You know, there might be a topic that strikes the mood. However, we love going on whatever you guys want to. That's the beauty of this hour in the middle of a Tuesday. Just take a break from it all. Let's just have a good time. Nick, final words for our friends.
I'm gonna go work on this tennis elbow. You know, I'm gonna try to feel like I can be a fully functional human by next week. I'm gonna up the water intake. Okay, I'm gonna do my stretches. I'm gonna do all the things I'm supposed to do. So I'm primed and ready for episode 177 next week, Tuesday, 1:00.
And I'm just going to flex on Nick like this. Like, oh.
That's it. Oh, look at me and my joints that move. Yeah, that's fine. Wait 5 years and go grab a cup of water, tough guy. We'll see how you do.
Yeah, right. He said, don't make me whip out my 30 inches on you. Okay. Got it. Jeez. All right, guys. Please have an